Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hops. Today joined by
Brett
of Edelmeitzes, checking out two beers from Anchorage, two IPAs featuring Phantasm, the hop product powder from New Zealand, or hop product powder, it's from grapes.
Yeah.
Used to boost the New Zealand flavor that you know and love from something like Nelson. The European Cup is on right now. We're kind of watching on the side because we were very slow. I was slow about doing this on the break, so let's dive straight into it. A few breweries got to play around with Phantasm. Anchorage was one of them. Soon it will see a bigger release. We had a monkish beer with it, which was the anniversary beers.
Yeah,
two of them. And this is, Where is Tomorrow? And Tomorrow is Here from Anchorage.
Yeah.
A single IPA and a double IPA.
Yeah.
Single IPA on 6.4, double IPA 8.4. Single IPA is brewed with Motueka and Nelson and the Phantasm powder, and the double is Strata and Nelson and the Phantasm powder. So let's dive into the single first. This is going to be the quickest dual review you've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Pin bright yellow color. It looks a lot like a monkish beer.
And it smells like
Bright and dank
and juicy.
Yes, and it looks like Anchorage took a page out of Monkish book. They've done a few collaborations. They probably talked to Henry. I mean, it looks a lot like a monkish beer. I heard an sound from the living room, so maybe it was good. I don't know. Let's check out the aroma. It was really grapey, grape musty, grape skinny. It's such a Nelson bomb.
And gooseberry.
Yeah, underlying passion fruit, lime. This is
pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple. It is kind of monkish-like for sure.
Yeah. Maybe not as saturated, but
no.
Well, it's 6.4.
Yeah,
so.
but it's still quite intense in hop aroma.
Yeah.
I think so, especially considering this is
almost 2 months.
Almost.
Yeah.
It smells really
this
good.
This really 2 weeks old must have been so popping and saturated.
Yeah. It's really passion fruity. It's like passion fruity grape quality.
Yeah.
It smells really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Insanely drinkable. Oh, it's so grape-like.
Yeah.
Candied grapes and
snappy
grape, like this tannic grape skin.
Really drinkable.
So much. It's like candied gooseberry. So much candied gooseberry. It's almost got that like slice gummy candy profile. Almost. It's really, really crushable. It's also dry.
Yeah. It's it's juicy and dry. Like it's a very good balance.
That's really good. That's a crusher.
Yeah.
I could drink a lot of that. It really showcased the gooseberry side of Nelson and the white grape. Not so much the tropical fruit, but I guess Phantasm helped boost all that stuff. But it's like if you have a tropical white wine, like a Sauvignon Blanc grape white wine that's tropical in taste, it tastes like white grapes, but has tropical flair. Think of that connotation. It's the same in the beer.
But you're not in doubt that it's mostly a hobby.
Oh, I hate this.
Yeah.
Fuck. So the thing is, we're watching the World Cup. Our stream is a minute behind, and people are going nuts outside.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next beer quickly. So this is a monumental review.
Yes!
What? We got live on camera too. What the hell? There wasn't anything. God damn it.
Fuck.
Fuck. Just everyone was screaming, and we were like just seeing out of the corner of our eyes. Now it's ultimate. I'm not a football fan, so to be honest, it's okay, but when it's country wise, it's a bit different. You can't help feel a bit into it. But when you hear that, and a minute later have to watch it, it's like, oh shit, and then too bad. Or maybe this was why they were yelling. No.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to the next one. So this is Tomorrow is Here. This is Strata and Nelson. This is a rushed review and it's weird, but I wanted to get him in the can because the Phantasm powder is nice and the beers we've had so far are pretty good with it. More orange.
Yeah.
Thicker and richer looking.
Quite bright.
It's also a double IPA. I'm still just tasting dry grape flavor. But it looks nice.
Yeah.
Let's see the aroma. Ooh, much more overripe, much more mango and like papaya and guava.
Yeah, it's more exotic.
Much more exotic.
Yeah.
I think it's just because there's a sweetness to it. The sweetness from the malts lends to more.
But there's
sweet
still like this overripe white grape kind of thing, and then papaya, guava.
It smells really good. Just a bit more malt, but it smells very nice. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Much more overripe. Much more overripe.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I noticed immediately also with the beers from Anchorage in this style is like, yeah, they might. This one seems like it was a bit monkish inspired, but they're drier and more drinkable. They're not like these super fluffy, rich beers, and I kind of like that.
But I think they are definitely in the vein of monkish.
They've done a couple collaborations.
This is maybe a bit sweeter than most of.
I agree.
Of their monkish IPAs, but it's
really good.
Yeah.
I love the grape profile from that Phantasm. It boosts Nelson's already tropical white grape profile and like gooseberry, like so much.
Yeah.
And again, as we said, it's a tropical grape taste, not maybe necessarily exactly pineapple and passion fruit as you get. It's almost like you translated that flavor into a grape. It sounds nuts and weird, but that's usually what I get from Nelson, and I get it even more with Phantasm.
Yeah.
It's just more saturated. But I will say this also because of sweetness, I'm getting more mango and more overripe kind of papaya type flavors.
Then guava.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just more, it's like in a double IPA, it makes it more exotic.
I
but
think
it's still like overripe white grape, I would say. Maybe kiwi.
Yeah. And I love the dryness on both. Both are dry beers. They're not overtly sweet, so they're easy drinking. And I really...
They're so well balanced.
They're so well balanced. I would have loved to drink these with like a month fresher, because I have a feeling that these could be insanely good.
Yeah.
They are very underrated, but I think part of
these are underrated, yeah.
I think part of it is also because it's on Tabor, and it's, people get it at random times. So some people might be getting these just now.
Yeah.
We got these a week ago, so they're not dead fresh, but if these were just a notch fresher, I think a lot of people would be a lot more stoked on them. But, or maybe people just like because they're not hyped. That's part of it,
I still think
Anchorage
they are quite popping.
They're popping and singing on hop profiles. But I think it's just because maybe Anchorage is not as hyped. I feel like they're in the same territory in enjoyment as with the Cellar Maker hoppy beers and the hazy stuff we had on the weekend, at least the single IPA.
Yeah, not far off.
No,
like
not
monkish stuff and
I'm having a hard time deciding which one I like the most. Maybe
one
just
is just a bit more drinkable. Yeah. Like this one is a bit more drinkable. Of course.
I think the saturation is very similar, but this is just more of an enjoyable beer or a drinkable beer in the long run. But I'd probably score both a 93, and I'd imagine they'd go higher if at least a 93, because I gave some of the.
This still has a nice dryness, Yeah. It's exotic and juicy but it still dries out nicely, and that's kind of what I missed from the Hops and Haze Triple IPA. Like this kind of cohesive dryness.
This is also double, but still it's like dry, and it's not. These are not bitter; they're just dry.
Yeah.
And they're not chalky or anything. They just have a very nice, bright, dry singing hop profile. I think this is the way, in my mind, to do New England IPAs without them getting cloying. Dry but juicy.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, often it's just too much.
Yeah.
Because this is a double IPA, I would have no problem smashing a can of my own. Whereas what we had, some of the previous examples, is it's a bit tougher because it's just that much sweeter. I think 93 is pretty good for both. I think they would probably be higher with a month, or a month fresher. I probably love them
close to
monkish. Yeah, because it's in that vein.
Yeah, it is.
It's really good, but less bitter.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I had, I was positive when, seeing the New Zealand team I just talked to you about earlier today. If I was a brewer, I'd just use New Zealand hops all the time. So that's my favorite. Yeah, but those are my favorite hops.
Yeah, these are really good.
Yeah.
This one, oddly enough, jumping back, this is a bit more candy than this, where this is overripe. And that's interesting.
Yeah, I see that, like candied lime.
And I think it's interesting because this is, it's got more malt, so by just thinking of it, because of more sweetness and everything, that should be more candied. It's just
but this is more tropical and exotic.
Yeah. This is more singing and bright. Both are really good. What do you think grades?
Yeah, 93 on both.
Yeah.
Probably.
They're really good.
Because they have different qualities, but my level of enjoyment is kind of similar.
It seems like Anchorage is a brewery right now that's flying a bit under the radar, and then once in a while it pops up with things. And it'll be really fun to try the barrel-aged Baltic Porter and Belgian Strong Dark Ale, because those are beers that people are like, oh, it's nice, but it's not like an Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much what I see reading. That's not what people outright write, but it's what it seems like from the tasting notes. But you shouldn't rate those beers as Imperial Stouts. Like, the Baltic Porter, yeah, but it seems a bit thinner than like a Barrel's Imperial Stout. It's a Baltic Porter. It's a lager.
It's meant to,
with lager yeast. So, really good. So, yeah, very fun little series with Phantasm from Anchorage. So, if you guys had a chance to try Where Is Tomorrow, and tomorrow is here, let us know what you thought of it. If you were lucky enough to win the competition we're running with Erling's Flaskebutik in Aalborg, this will probably be aired after. I hope you enjoyed. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this fresh, because it's a very good IPA.
Yeah. But even at 2 months, you'll still definitely enjoy it.
Yes. So. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, that's why you should follow us on all the social media and not just YouTube.
Yeah.
So get on Instagram, get on Facebook. You'll see what we're talking about. We're going to be doing a live stream that has probably happened already from the shop. Yeah. So if you guys had either of these, let us know what you thought of them. As always, remember to comment, subscribe to the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And see you guys in the beer review and get back to the game.